Hello everybody, Resented here in Galactic Civilizations 3, and this is going to be a new series that I'm going to start hoping to begin recording. And this game is made by Stardock Entertainment, who also made all the other Galactic Civilizations, and they're working on what's it called? Oh, I forget because the sound is way too loud. Let me turn that down by a lot. Let's go down to 10. Get that down to 10. Yeah, I can go a little bit higher. There we go. They're making Offworld Trading Company right now, which I don't have it and I haven't played it, but I've seen some videos on it, and it looks like it could be a pretty fun sort of RTS multiplayer game if you want to play a game with your friends. So if you don't know what Offworld Trading Company is, I would recommend you check that out. But for now, I'm gonna just start a new game in Galactic Civilizations 3, and as you can tell, there is a lot of coming soon. This game is in beta, as you can see on this top little text thing right here. So the game isn't fully featured, but Stardock, they do have a reputation for making really good games, and so I don't feel like I'm taking a risk in having this game or buying the game early, and I don't think you would really be risking anything by buying this game. I'm pretty sure Stardock is going to put all their love into this game, and so far all the features that are implemented are really good. And so I'm just gonna start off as the Iridium Corporation just because they're pretty cool. They get some good economic and productive bonuses, and a technology bonus as well, but they are infertile, which means your population growth is reduced by 25%. You can see there's all these other ones, some that we already know, like the Terran Alliance, the Drangan Empire, Altarian Resistance, and then I don't remember if the Your Singularity was in Galactic Civilizations 2 Ultimate Edition, but they might have been. And then of course these two people, I forget their names, but these are like the traders, and these are I think these guys are like researchers. I'm not 100% sure on that. I forget. I did play Galactic Civilizations 2 a lot, so I have played this game for about 7-ish hours, so I have a little bit of knowledge in this game. So I mean, of course I will make some mistakes, but hopefully I learn how to min-max the game properly, and you'll see what I mean when I first start. I'm just gonna do a large galaxy. I was playing a game on an immense galaxy just because I hated spawning next to people, because the battle for planets was ridiculous, and loose clusters is fine. You can do a spiral galaxy, which actually looks pretty cool. And this is basically, let me see. I basically have this set to how I like it, but nebula, black hole, precursor, ascension, crystal, anomaly. Yeah, this all seems fine. And then victory conditions, I only like conquest just because I don't really like much of the other ones. And then some good stuff. I will take away the the AI that will probably wreck me early on in the game. And I am on beginner just because normal difficulty is incredibly hard. For me, at least. And so I'm going to be a little baby, and I'll do beginner for the 3 AI that aren't as aggressive. So let's jump right in, and I'll sort of try to explain what's going on as the game goes on. And so first off, it starts off basically like a Galactic Civilizations 2 game. And I haven't played the first one, so I have no idea how how much it has in common with that one, but I do have a lot of knowledge in Galactic Civilizations 2, and for the most part this starts off basically the same. The first thing you're going to notice is the new sort of map system. It is very hex based, but it's pretty much exactly like Galactic Civilizations 2. Sorry for my failure at learning how to English there for a second, but yeah, this is just New Markets Way. It just gives you a description of your race and then strengths and weaknesses. So it's very hex-based. You see how everything is just like a hex-based tile grid. And this was in Galactic Civilizations 2. It's just a lot more prominent here. Like even the entire galaxy is one massive hexagon. So then as you can see, is basically like Galactic Civilizations 2 in the start. We have a scouting ship that we can command to explore, and he'll start searching around the area that he can go in, which is denominated by this dotted line hexagon. So he's going to explore all the fog of war and show us all these stars and planets. We have a survey ship, which is basically exactly the same. It's going to start surveying anomalies, which we get little bonuses for each one that it finds. And we have a colony ship, which I'm just going to put on our nearest planet. And that is very loud. I thought I turned down the sound there. But yeah, that was just like a cutscene that you see always when you first colonize your planet. That's like, oh, our race is finally expanding. We're not like bound to just one planet anymore. And then this is exactly the same as Galactic Civilizations 2, only it's like nearly every single planet is gonna have this, where it tells you something, and then you can react accordingly. And each one gives you a certain like bonus. In this case, like the first one's always the benevolent one, like you're really kind, and then the second one is like you're a little bit more pragmatic and neutral, and then the last one is you're a lot more merciless and aggressive. And then I always do pragmatic just because I don't know, I sort of like to be in the middle between the two, but I'll show you what this does. And then we're in the planet screen, exactly the same as Galactic Civilizations 2. We're going to do a factory, research, and a free market, just because you can unlock a lot more other buildings. So I like to keep at least one or a few tiles open, so whenever I get those new buildings, I can put them on the spaces that I have left. And the sound was really loud. I thought I turned it down. Let me see. I guess I can turn it down even more, which kind of sucks because I like the sound. I mean, the music isn't too bad. Let's try that. Okay. And so then the next thing we want to do is, well, we want to research, but first I'm going to go into our shipyard, and this is different than, actually I should go on my home planet because it doesn't bring you to the home planet. So I'm going to build a couple factories. Ooh, that is still really loud, so I don't really know how to deal with that. I'll build 2 research factories or laboratories, and I'll build 1 market, and I'll leave all these other planets or all these other tiles open. Actually, if I get rid of this one, I can put this one here, because as you can see, it has a little bonus. And it is in beta, and so like the text in some areas, it gets really wonky. As you can see, it's like kind of clipping through, and it's like not showing you all of it sometimes. It's really weird. And so, you know, just chalk that up to like, oh, it's in beta. And so what I was saying was, there is a bonus on some of these tiles, and it shows you up here what the bonuses give you. Like, you get +3 to tourism, +1 to research. And I actually read that wrong. I thought it was +3 to research, +1 to tourism. So I'm actually going to go back on that and put the laboratory back there, just because tourism, or it gives you more tourism. So I want to wait till I actually get a tourism building to put one there. And then what I was saying was, a shipyard this is different than Galactic Civilizations 2, where in order to build ships, you'd have to build like a starport on your planet, and then that planet could build ships. In this game, you have to build shipyards, which basically pull in the manufacturing. Yeah, you can see it here. It's like pulling the manufacturing from this planet as well as this planet, and it allows you to build ships by using the manufacturing power of nearby planets. So I'm gonna go in here. I'll just build a couple colony ships. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to make that quieter. The only options were sound effects and music, and I thought sound effects were turning down this sound, but apparently not. So until I figure it out, you're just gonna have to bear with me on this. And so constructor ships are basically the same as previous games, but they are a lot more prominent. Like, you need them a lot more in this game. So I'm gonna start building a few of those as well. So I'll just leave 4 of these, and it'll take 44 weeks total. And so once those are built, they'll just pop out the side over here, and then our ships are already on auto move. And so let's start researching. And the tech tree, sorry for the little frame rate issues here. I do have a pretty powerful computer, but for some reason it lags a lot here, and it's kind of weird. So anyway, the tech tree is pretty weird looking from the previous Galactic Civilization, but I do like that they implemented this tech tree here. That's basically what you know and love. And so it's divisioned off in certain things. Like expansion allows you to do things like extreme colonization, to colonize planets that have like a more extreme habitat, and it allows you to unlock more buildings and stuff. And the whole tech tree is deceptively large. Like there's a lot of things, and then on the bottom here you can see technological age, age of expansion, age of war, and then age of ascension. And so basically this is sort of like a bar to where you want to look to see where you're at, because in the age of expansion you want to like be in this first area here, and then once age of war comes in you want to start being in the second area, and then when age of ascension you want to be in this third area. But I never really am able to keep up with the progression, and so I don't know, maybe they want to see if that's something they want to work on, maybe to I don't know, maybe slow down the bar or maybe speed up research. I don't know. I'm no professional in this game, so maybe I'm just not min-maxing properly. And so, as you can see, there is like expansion. It allows you to do everything that I just mentioned. Engineering allows you to do things like ship design, ship hulls, logistics. I think this is like starbase upgrades. Just basically everything like ship-wise. Warfare is ship-wise as well, but it's more the aggressive side, where you can make weapons, defenses, troop transport ships, and all that good stuff. And then economics is like better buildings. Like Universal Translator is probably what I'm actually going to go for first, because we're going to meet races pretty quickly, so you want to be able to know what they're saying. And then marketing allows you to build. It's basically more buildings that the expansion doesn't cover. And economics focuses more on like the economy wise, like money buildings and like entertainment and trade. These aren't in the game just yet. As you can see, it says disabled for beta, but there will be eventually things that you can change your government with, all the way up here, and then all the other good stuff that they have for you. And so what I'm going to start, I'm going to do Universal Translator. It's going to take 5 turns, and the first episode is going to be a lot of explaining, but then the later episodes are going to be like just playing. And so you're going to have to bear with me on like starting the actual game, and this video is running about 12-13 minutes already, and I only want it to be about 25, so I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Okay, I have no idea. Like, I guess I can turn down sound effects, and it still sounds. So I don't know what's up with that. That's a little weird. So I guess I might as well just turn it back up. There we go. Let me see. I'm gonna just look at this really fast. I don't see anything, so that is unfortunate. So you're gonna have to bear with me on this. And then we found our first anomaly, and it tells us plus 25% range to all ships in a fleet, which is pretty good. And then we also already found an approval relic, which if we build a xenoarchaeology module on a nearby starbase, we can get more approval. And so I'll send my constructors there whenever they're made. Then we got some credits, and I will criticize the game on a few points that I feel need to be touched on. But economic wise, I never really felt that I was in the red on my income. I always felt that I was always making money no matter what I was really doing. I don't know if that's a negative point or a positive point. It's just like, I don't know, maybe if they wanted the game to be that easy, then I guess that makes a little sense. But for the most part, I never found myself in the red. And also, morale wise, I never really found myself below like 70%, so that's a little crazy. In Galactic Civilizations 2, it was pretty difficult to keep your people happy, because the more population a planet had, the more like entertainment buildings you needed to keep them happy. And so in this game, it's a lot easier to keep your people happy, which I guess is a good thing. But like, does that mean you don't really need to research like morale boost in the tech tree, and you can focus on other things, that sort of thing? I don't know. It's also a new game, and so I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to that. And so yes. Anyway, we got this anomaly basically built a building on, I think, Iridia. Which one is this? Oh, this is my home planet. So I built a basic factory like instantly, which is pretty good. We got Universal Translator. And so the next thing I'm going to try to do is, let's see, I'm going to get the farms. These farms are pretty good. And I did find another planet here, so I'm gonna try to get that as soon as I can. We are getting a colony ship in 4 turns, so that's pretty good. Got more credits, and that just sort of perpetuates the fact that I'm never in the red because I always just get planets. We did find 2 planets here, and neither of them are extreme, which is awesome. So I'm probably gonna go for this one here, the Class 13 Bountiful planet, and our colony ship will go here. All right. We finished our planetary enhancement, and I guess I'm gonna go for like a more balanced approach where I'm not gonna like focus down one path. I'm just gonna like get a little bit of everything in this tech tree. So, oh god, that was a little bit delayed, but we're good. We're gonna get another colony ship in 9 turns, and so for the most part, the beginning of the game is pretty slow. But once you start getting planets and meeting other computers and stuff, it kicks off pretty great. And I'm actually kind of in a bad position because I'm like in the middle here, and so I'm gonna be like centralized for like if anyone's like here and right here and right here, it's gotta be basically the same distance for each one to get to me. So if they go to war with me, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to deal with, but I think I should be fine because I'm on beginner, and they're not gonna be too hard on me, are they? Let's hope not. Okay, so then in the research, they did implement this new sort of feature that I haven't seen before, where once you research something, you can specialize into that. So we did xenofactories, and so this is more, well, also a research laboratory for more production and more research. And now you can do a specialization to where you can do like your total manufacturing goes up by 10%, your total research goes up by 10%, or the cost of research and industrial buildings goes down by 5%. Since I've never really been in the red economic-wise, I'm gonna just I'm actually gonna focus on research because research is pretty important. So I'm gonna try my best to like focus down that, because researching things like new weapons and stuff is really pivotal in the mid game to build offensive buildings. And so let's try to get research up as much as we can. And so I never really read this sort of stuff. I kind of do every now and then, but for the most part, I just sort of see the benefits they give me. So like in the pragmatic, I get -5 population growth, which isn't horrible. We're already -25%. You know, why not 5% more? And if you're benevolent, you get more research, but even more population. I was gonna say decay, but it's not really decay. It's just less population growth. And then the merciless gives you less food production. But I'm gonna stick with pragmatic just because that's what I'm used to. This does give wealth and research, but since it's more wealth, I'm gonna focus on the free market here. And I'll build 3 actually, just because this tile gives you more research, so I don't need to build as many research buildings, since this one basically acts like 2 buildings. And then this is influence, which I don't really have anything for yet, but I actually will build 1 more just because there is adjacency bonuses, and so this research laboratory is going to be really good with both the bonus here and the adjacent research laboratory. And then I'm going to build a farm and a colonial hospital, which does give us 25% growth, which is really good considering our class gives us 25 or -25 growth. So I'm going to build that, and I'll build a free market, and that's basically it. I'm going to keep these tiles open just because we'll unlock more buildings in the future. And we can't get ideology, which is a new thing that I've seen in like Civ 5. It's sort of like the I forget what it's called, but it's like the thing where like there's like lists of things, and you can do like economic, and then you can click one, and it'll give you like plus 10 gold, or like plus 1 gold for each, 10 citizens in a city or something like that. And there's like traditional values, something like that. And these are basically the same, where the choices you make allow you to spend points in these ideological trees, and so each one gives you certain like good benefits. And so pragmatic does have some pretty good stuff, where like this traders here gives you a really good trade. You can do things like you can get an extra trade license, you can get more trade income, luxury trade routes, trade diplomacy bonus, or like yeah, it improves relations with civilizations that we have trade routes with. And then this one's really good. I like this one. But then there's negotiator, which I'm gonna probably save until the mid game, because the first one is really good, where no one will declare war on us for the next 100 turns, which is really good. And then this top one sort of goes in line with that, where right here, favored. Anyone at war with us receives a 25% penalty to approval, and then enemy ships in our zone of control receive a 25% penalty to their sensor and ship range. All planets receive 3 defending ships, and then, oh, there actually is, oh yeah, in Negotiator, this one's really good. The last one, all civilizations declare war on any race that invades our homeworld unless they are allies. That's actually really good. So if someone's at war with us and they try to invade our homeworld, everyone else that isn't allies with them will declare war on them, which is pretty damn good. So I'm going to just start with prepared, because this allows an extra building that gives us even more pragmatic points. And so that is really good. And so let's go in our planets real fast, and I'll just use an extra space to build some preparedness buildings. And yeah, I'll use the last space we have on this one. Then I'll put this one here, and that's, we only have 3 planets, right? Yeah, okay. I am running the time a little bit. I'll go for a little bit longer until, I'm gonna maybe wait until I get some constructor ships, just to kind of show you with the new starbase thing that's going on, because starbases are really pivotal in this game. I felt they weren't as important in the last games, but in this game they are very important. So I'm gonna go to the class 12 planet. This gives us plus 50% food, but minus 25% growth. So that's gonna be a really bad planet for our people. That's gonna be minus 50% growth, which is just nuts. We got a little bit of credits there, which is pretty good. And so now that we got research specialization, you only need 1 in the 3 like specializations in order for you to move on to the next one, which I think is really good, because it kind of suck if you needed to research all 3 of these before you can move on. And I'm gonna get, let's see, I'm probably gonna go down here real fast. Let's see, food, growth, and production. I'm gonna get growth just because, again, our civilization has a lot less growth naturally. And so let's see, we're gonna get a constructor ship in 7 turns. And so yeah, I'll wait until both constructors are done, just to show you sort of what's going on with the starbase. And I thought I clicked turn there, but it seems like it didn't. We went through a wormhole which brought us from here to here. Sometimes it can bring you to like all the way to the end of the galaxy, and your ship will have to fly all the way back before it's within range again. And we actually got a defending ship, which is really good. That allows us to get like some good defensive bonus right off the bat. And you can see in the power, it kind of shows us our power. It doesn't really have any graphs, so this number is really just relative. It's not really objective in any sort of way. It's just like, it's a number. Here, you have 2,000 power. What does that mean? I don't really know. But from what I can tell, once we meet other civilizations, we're gonna have like 5,000 power, and they're gonna have like 40,000 power. So maybe I'm doing something wrong there, but I feel like I play okay at least. But it's a little tough. I'm gonna get some more pragmatic stuff. Minus 10 approval, but plus 10 productivity. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Our people have, yeah, we're still 100% approval, even with that minus 10%, which again is like going back to that thing that I feel the game is a little bit too lenient on things like approval and economics. And I'm gonna build some good research stuff. What is this? Good wealth. So I'm actually gonna wait until I get more wealth buildings before I build this, just because the free market is like wealth and influence, and so it doesn't really give you a lot more wealth than, because it like balances between wealth and influence. There is another building that focuses purely on wealth, and so you get more wealth out of that building than this one. So I'm gonna wait for that building. There is a food building here. Tourism, I can't really do anything with that, so I'm gonna build those and one of these, and I'll build 1 free market just to get a little bit of income to start with, but then I'm gonna wait for the new economic building before I put anything there. And I sent our ship just to go and defend this planet here, just so that it doesn't have to keep giving me the idle ship, and I won't have to like put it on like guard or survey or whatever. Okay, we got accelerated growth, and I actually want to go into economics real fast just because I want more economic buildings. So I'm gonna do that. We got another scout too, so we're just gonna send him on exploring. He's gonna get rid of the fog of war over here, while this guy's gonna work over here, which is pretty good. And we haven't met anyone yet, so maybe that means they're a little bit far away. What is this? Oh, we got a constructor ship. Okay, let's put him over here. Once he gets there, we're going to build a starport, and then we're going to upgrade it, and we're going to start getting approval from it with the first upgrade. We got more credits, which aren't needed. because we are making income, even though our planets are still building basic factories and research laboratories. So that gives us more economic buildings. Specialization. We get influence growth and more income. I don't really need income, so I'm going to get influence growth. Then from there, I actually think we got more economic buildings out of that. We did get like an Iridium Store, which is another one of those like one buildings that you can only have one of, and so this one gives, yeah, it's basically like an upgraded free market, but you can only have one of them. So yeah, I'm gonna place one of those there, and then let's go here and place one. What else? It gives influence as well, so I actually could put it here, but I think there is a building that specializes more in influence than the Iridium Store, unless, I don't know, I sort of forget. I'm not 100% sure. And we already have, okay. We have a Galactic Showcase, which, I don't know if these are, like, you can only have one per civilization, or you can have, like, one per planet. I'm not too sure. It is, like, a galactic achievement, because it takes a lot of turns to complete, and it does tell you it's, oh, no, it doesn't. Just kidding. I thought it told you that it was, like a special building, like a galactic achievement or something like that, but I guess not. So I'm not going to really build that until maybe I get a world that has really good income, because this does increase a world's gross income, and so I'm going to wait for that. There is another good planet here, a lush, scenic world. Gives a lot more morale and a lot more tourism income, so that's pretty good. And I am sort of running the clock here, but this constructor is almost done, and so as soon as I'm able to upgrade this constructor, I will end the episode. Let's build a starbase here. We got our first starbase. Sorry for that loud noise. There are a lot of planets nearby, so the next episodes will have I'll have a lot of things to do in them. And then the starbase does increase our like controlled area, or sphere of influence, if you will. Let's see. We can build a market. Oh, this is there. That's what it is. Market center. There we go. Cool. Our shipyard's idle. I'll just build exact same thing. Oh, dang. I'm sorry. It's weird because Skype is shown through Galactic Civilizations 3, and that's like the first time that's ever happened on a game. So I need to start going offline when I play this game, and so sorry. I'm still getting my feet like situated here. So I'm just gonna play this out until this guy gets over there. He's gonna get there in 2 turns, and then from there I'll just end the episode. We did get customer relations, and so I'm gonna start going more into expansion, just because expansion is really good. We do a mega factory, solar power plant, manufacturing capital, and 0G scaling, which I think is a starbase improvement. So he's gonna get there next turn. And there we go, we can upgrade it. So now, we did get a colony ship, which I will send to this lush world. And then he'll get there in the next episode. And so I get Xenoarchaeology Lab. It does give us, like, it costs 1 construction point, and then we got maintenance and all that good stuff. And so we are mining this now. I think it'll show us on the next turn, perhaps. No, okay. Anyway, but it does show you if you mouse over it. It tells you approval for your colony 10%. So that's pretty good. So our morale is pretty good. It started at like 88 and now it's at 94, which is pretty good. And that is a pretty good stopping point. And our civilization's looking pretty good. It's a little baby civilization, but it's destined to grow pretty large given the big old galaxy I've given it. And hopefully in the next episode we will colonize more planets. We'll probably meet some other people and maybe even fight some people with our hopefully more powerful ships. I'm not going to count on it though, just because our power is going up very slowly, but you'll see if you start building warships, your power goes up really quickly. And some AI focus warships so early, and they get just extreme powers, and it's crazy. So it'll be a fun run, or like a fun ride, and I hope you're there to ride it with me. And with all that being said, that is the end of this episode. And so if you liked it, then please show your appreciation by clicking the like button, as that helps me out a lot. And if you are interested in keeping updated with what I'm uploading, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm actually like, I'm looking at the stars that are just moving in the background. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm easily entertained. I'll see you guys next time.